What is up, YouTube? I'm like Jerry Ain't Loud, but instead of Starbucks, I've got some sweet tea. So one of my favorites for car audio, Jerry Ain't Loud. Should follow him. Should follow Barker the Basshead, and EXO, and Doug from Soundman Car Audio. And there's so many more. But anyway, I just want to do a quick channel update. I saw we hit 300 subscribers, so that's pretty cool. I apologize for the lack of content. I am not a YouTuber. I don't seek out content. I just pick up the camera whenever I'm doing something, and I hope that kind of thinking out loud and showing what I'm doing will either help someone or give someone inspiration for what they're doing. Yeah, just hoping that these videos help people. But pretty cool that we hit 300. Yeah, I didn't think that these videos would do as well as they are. But anyway, I was just playing around with my oscilloscope here. Got just a thing off Amazon. It's like 90 bucks, and got all of I got my 6x9s back in, got the rear deck put back together. Everything is turned up to the mids and highs are just below clipping with a minus 5 dB test tone with 1000 hertz, and the subs are just below clipping with a minus 10 dB test tone. And the clip light is perfectly accurate on those X series NVX amps. So that gets me to my next topic. In one of my last videos, I mentioned that the sub had torn the surround, and I glued it back together, and then I left these wired to 1 ohm on the 5K, and the surround tore in a different spot. So I don't know what's up with the one sub that it keeps tearing, because the other one's fine. The reason it tore initially, because I had speaker grills covering them that were supposed to protect them. But instead the subs were moving like 50% farther than they're rated for. So X max is 20 millimeters on these, and they were moving at least 30 and then hitting the speaker grills with force. So so that's what tore them the first time. I think what tore them the second time is when I glued them, the surround on the one side was a little less pliable than before, and it caused it to tear in a different spot. So it's glued back together now, and I wired them down to 4 ohms, and they're still plenty loud. This is still doing at least a mid 140 on music all day. So because at 4 ohms, this amp is supposed to do, I think it's rated 1850 at 4 ohms at 14 or 14.4, and I'm at 14.8. But I don't know what my impedance rise is on the subs at 4 ohms. So, but it's close to double what I was getting out of it's close to double what I was getting from the 1200.1 after impedance rise. So, and it's noticeably louder. Anyway, it's better, and nothing is getting warm, nothing's getting hot. I can play it all day. Everything is happy. It's clean signal, input and output. It's all good. So my EQ kind of started cutting out on me, so I ripped that out, ripped the center console out, pulled all the RCAs out, and we have the Bluetooth module just going straight into the amps. Made some splitters for that, and so that's why I had to retune the amps with the oscilloscope. The different input voltages will mess up kind of everything, and then I just double checked the crossovers, and it sounds great. It sounds as good as ever. And I'd argue better than before, because I have everything tuned properly now. Anyway, so moving forward, torn up sub is going to go to a friend of mine because he wants to play with rebuilding subs and stuff. The one that isn't torn, I'm going to experiment with a 4th order box. So I'll have just the single 12 in a box that's the same size as the one that's there now, the same dimensions, but it's just going to have part of it's going to be sealed, part of it's going to be ported. And so we'll play with 4th orders, and it's just a learning process for me. So I'll just kind of document as I go. And then I'm starting a new job this week, so that's exciting. Finally have spending money and can afford to change things. Everything in this car I've pretty much bought while I was in college, doing odd jobs here and there. And then I was really sick. I was technically disabled for almost 4 years. So working full-time it's going to be nice. It's going to be nice to finally be having a little bit of income. So anyway, so first thing we're going to do is build the lithium battery. We're going to go with SPIM cells. So it'll be a 4S7P configuration, and at 15.3, 15.4, somewhere in there. I believe those cells are something like 80% charged. I might be wrong. But it's in the ballpark of 100 amp hours of lithium, and it'll be in the low 15 volt range. So we're going to do that battery. And then next up, I'll probably grab the 2 NVX VCW12 version 3s. Those are out now. You can buy them at nvx.com. You can use discount code Riley815. You'll get 10% off. So I'll get some of those. I'll compare them to the version 2s. NVX put out a comparison from version 2 to version 3, and I'll throw that up on the screen here. But I see the version 3s, and I started looking through all the details of them, and it looks like they're trying to compete with the Sundown U12, but the VCWs are half the price. So they're in the ballpark of similar specifications. So I'm excited to try them. I'm excited to see what kind of scores we can get. I'll probably tune the new box up a little bit. So the goal is this year, even if we have to do it at like 47 hertz, I want to hit 150 decibels on 2000 watts. So that'll be interesting to see if we can do it, but that's my goal. And I have not hit a 150 on the meter officially yet. With the torn sub, I did a 147.7 sealed at 37. So, but that was that was wired to 1 ohm and turning up to clipping. So, so I don't know how much power that was, but it was a lot. Anyway, got our work cut out for us, and I'm excited to get this done. So first thing is going to be the battery. Might throw these or the good one into a 4th order in the meantime. I'll get the version 3s in here. I'll get my new radio. I'm going to get an X series 4-channel to run the 6.5 components and the 6x9 coaxials for now. If I get to doing the doors, the custom door panels, we'll do an additional 4-channel and do like a PRV DSP, just because I've got friends that use those and they like them. I'm not particularly loyal to PRV in any way. I just want to try it. And then we might do PRV for the doors. I want to do an 8 and then a compression driver, like a horn, and then a super tweeter. But that might not happen this year. I don't know. I'm just going to be saving up money this year and trying to have fun, go to shows, keep learning about this. I'll definitely be filming more at shows that we go to. It's currently, February 13th, and our first show on the calendar is the end of May. I have one in May, one in June, one in July, and that's my entire calendar right now. Still waiting on people to organize these and post them to social media and find out where they are. So I'm sure there will be more in Northern Illinois and Southern Wisconsin. I believe there were 10 last year within driving range for me. I'm not looking to travel too far, but yeah, I think we had 10 shows that were close enough that I would attend. So I'm hoping to see a few more on the calendar this year. But yeah, I'm excited, and I just want to give you guys a quick update. And I have most of my notes written out for my next video that I want to put out, which is the lithium batteries versus, you know, like AGM and charging voltages and what your options are at different ranges, and things that are good to know, things that I wish I had known even just a few months ago. I've been really learning about batteries and the different types of lithium and things like that. But anyway, so I'm gonna throw that video out there pretty soon. And once again, thank you to everyone for liking and subscribing. And hopefully, you know, these videos help people. And I can't promise I'll put videos out all the time like a lot of these bigger YouTubers, but I hope my content is helpful. And I'll have a little bit less free time with this new job, but I'll have a little bit more spending money so we can play with some more products, and should be getting a meter so I can meter these things myself and really do a lot of testing and tuning and try to optimize what I currently have. So so stay tuned. If you want to see more, make sure you subscribe. And yeah, I'll fill you guys in as I go. So until then, have a good day.